You want a gateway into how the other half smells? Amouage Boundless just might be it. Caller ID. Amouage is a luxury fragrance brand and their prices reflect it. If you've ever had any doubts as to whether you think you'd enjoy what they have to offer, because their offerings are pricey and some of them are pretty out there, Boundless from Amouage is a perfect starting point for you. This could be dear.
Excuse me.
If we got on an elevator and you wanted me to tell you what Boundless was all about, it is a scent with mainstream appeal, but with boutique quality. A delectable fall treat because it's spice forward, but with a good amount of sweetness and a fair amount of earthiness to balance everything out. An obvious cool weather choice. Boundless, rest assured, has plenty of staying power, but doesn't overstay its welcome. And as I mentioned before, it is one of the more likable offerings from Amouage. Amouage has got some wild ones. So how does it smell? I said the word sweet earlier, but it's unlike sweetness that designers put in their cool weather scents. It's this taut pull of earthy, woody, and spicy. This trifecta. It's got these sweet edible overtones and just these peaks of spice make the whole thing an absolute treat. These are the notes on screen, but the main players here are ginger, cardamom, vanilla, oak moss, and tobacco. Rooty, earthy soil made possible by that ginger and cardamom. What a beautiful tandem. Now, if on this note list you saw something that you don't like or notes that scare you, give Boundless a chance, because overall the composition blends these things together in such a likable way. For all the heavy hitter notes in this one, it's a mellow scent. How long does it last? Let me show you right now. For the first hour, it's a generous cloud at arm's length. And for the other 8 to 10 hours of its lifespan, it comes comfortably close to you, not overbearing. But if you're engaging in intimate conversation with somebody, they'll be able to smell you just fine. And this is actually a weak Amouage, but at the same time, it is by no means weak. It is just one of those Amouages that lasts a little less time than some of its cousins on the shelves. Still, a perfectly adequate performance for a day's worth of wearing. For whom is the fragrance Amouage Boundless? Well, it is for those who are looking for a superior upgrade to the likes of Victor & Rolf Spice Bomb or Hugo Boss, the scent line. In particular, I'm thinking of the Scent Intense. It is moister and mellower than the likes of Spice Bomb. And unlike the sweetness in Hugo Boss, the Scent Intense, Boundless, much more dialed back, much more natural. So I would call it the ideal entry-level, boutique, warm, spicy fragrance. And it's also a perfect fragrance for those who don't want to be challenged right now. And that's okay. Sometimes you just need something that you know you can fall back on. Something comfortable, something reliable, something easygoing. Boundless lets you kind of take your foot off the gas. Lets you just not have to think about, am I going to offend anybody today? Or am I in the mood for this? Can I handle this? It just lets you be. So it's for just about anybody open-minded enough to give it a try. And that's why I call it the Gateway Amouage. When would you wear this fragrance? Day or night, perfectly acceptable. The scent profile lends itself to the cooler weather. It seems to lean more fall than it does winter, and you might enjoy it more dressed up. But this one leans more casual. Excellent choice for a date. Excellent choice for just an intimate evening in. It's a social fragrance, but a quiet social fragrance. It's one that doesn't have to scream out at you. It can be for those more reserved occasions when you're not trying to draw that kind of attention to yourself. And due to that relaxed, cozy familiar nature. It's just a good daily driver for anything you're doing in these cooler months. How much does it cost? $360 for 100 milliliters. Amouage don't make many 50 mils, and this is one of those. 100 mil only, $360 as of this recording. This is Amouage standard, but listen, Amouages are a treat. So you just gotta find the treat that's right for you. Boundless could be it. And if you think it's worth it enough, that you wanna own it, you love it enough, that price is on point. Amouage is one of the few boutique fragrance dealers, fragrance houses out there who can warrant charging this much. They can stand on those merits that they have of using the highest quality ingredients, of making fragrances that are going to last. Amouage has every right to charge $360 for this. Here's what I wish I knew about this fragrance that I want to warn you about, to make you aware of before purchasing. The farther along you are in your fragrance journey, the less this will blow you away. So you might already have this need filled in your wardrobe, and you might find that price tag steep for what this fragrance offers. Understandable. Completely understandable. You might expect more. You might expect a brighter punch from the likes of Amouage. This is a nice space in their market right now. If every sentence in a paragraph were highlighted, how much of it would stand out? None, right? So, Amouage can't highlight every sentence in the paragraph, as it were. They need to leave some things blank. They need to leave some white space for a softer, more balanced offering. Final grade B+. I could easily give this an A. Just about every Amouage fragrance I've tried is an A in my book. But A's are gotta have it, and B's are I'm really glad that it's in my life. Could I live without it? Sure. But B is above average, and I do enjoy reaching for those. Sometimes I reach for the B's more than I reach for the A's. Some might charge against this fragrance that it's too tame to be an Amouage, but let me tell you something. Boundless is necessary in this Amouage lineup because it's a reminder of what you can do with simple compositions and quality ingredients. Stunning.